You got to be pretty quick. Be chipper in here. There's Molo. Let everybody fill the room back up again. I went to click the microphone deal and I hit the big red stop broadcast button. Guys, I'm sorry about that.
I thought it's because you didn't want to board Chipper. You said you were going to board him.
Right, that's Chipper found the last stream way too boring, so I just elected to do something different. Oh, you already told them. They can hear everything you say. Oh, and by the way, special guest with us tonight, Mrs. S is going to be reading for us and putting her input in on this. It's a very serious topic, by the way. This is no joke. Sasquatch has rights. Sasquatch is a protected animal. It's actually really not cool to shoot at them. Mickey Wilson Bushcraft. Let's see who we got. We got Chipper 66, Smoking Locust, Carol W, Mrs. Wes S, Frank Burns, Ada Near, West Wind Survival, Brian Shue, Mickey Wilson Bushcraft in Survival, Walter Davis. Teletubby rendition of family. Yeah. I'll let you do that one. Your idea, your production there, Chip. Aha. But would you really? I'm going to tell them hi.
Hello.
It was hard enough to convince her to come sit by me and do the reading and stuff for me. So, you want me to turn the camera on so you can see her?
I really don't trust you, but we're good. It's not in his production.
Oh, it's not my production budget either.
How funny. Because when I was looking, all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, nothing but Sasquatch, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Magic number 11. Let's get her started. I'm going to turn the camera on. Do not everybody get all excited and stuff. She's still going to be just as elusive as ever. But she is being nice, and she's going to sit over here where we can hear her clearly. So, y'all have seen her before. This is actually the way she really looks in life. Like married the most camera shy, the least camera shy person in the world married the most camera shy person in the world. You think that's what it is, smoking? Okay. This is from, what's that place called? Dumb laws in Washington State. Go figure. But
The harassing of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or other undiscovered subspecies is a felony punishable by a fine and or imprisonment. Whereas there is evidence to indicate the possible existence of an undiscovered species, a primate mammal, variously described as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, an ape-like creature, or a subspecies of Homo sapiens. Whereas reported recent and past sightings, research by anthropologists, primatologists, biologists, forensic experts, cryptozoologists, independent organizations, private individuals, and the famous chimpanzee researcher Jane Goodall support this possibility. Whereas the absence of specific laws covering the slaying, taking, trapping, or harassing of said specimen encourages Laxity in the use of firearms and other deadly devices imposes a clear and present threat to the safety and well-being of persons living or traveling within the boundaries of the creature's habitat, as well as the creatures themselves.
Will we read from? The link is in
Full text of the law, Undiscovered Species Protection Act.
Undiscovered Species Protection Act. What's the webpage where you're getting this from?
Dumb laws.
It's Dumb Laws is the webpage she's reading it from. But some of them they link, some of them they don't. Like they didn't really give much explanation as to why you can't go whaling in Oklahoma, but you can in Tennessee. It is really well worded. Didn't
And it continues, and it goes on to say that it's a felony punishable by a fine not to exceed $100,000 and or imprisonment not to exceed 10 years.
10 years for shooting a monkey. Primate.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something in there about because they think if there's a clause in this law that if you kill it, then turn it in. That's like they changed it or something anyway. And they test the DNA and find out it is humanoid. It's homicide.
And also that you can't do insanity, whatever. You can't.
Yeah, you can't play that you were crazy or that it scared you into killing it. Self-defense plea. You know, if you're not out there with a gun chasing it down and you just stumble across it, I guess you might get out of it or whatever. But seriously, in the state of Washington, it is against the law to hunt, harass, stalk,
1984.
leave they Slim Jims alone.
1984 to preclude an insanity defense and to consider such a killing homicide if the creature was proven by the coroner to be humanoid.
Humanoid. Apes are humanoid, aren't they?
So they have rights.
So we found this the other day when we were those were coming back from that non-disclosed location, huh? Anyway, she was reading that and I was like, what? So all you people out there that think it's okay to go out and hunt Bigfoot, it says in there too that if you kill one and sell it, you lose all the money. All the money goes to a college to research it, or to
And I mean, it's
a fund to help
really
protect
on the
it.
books. It's a real law in Washington State.
This stuff's not made up. Yeah, this is real. Well, yeah. They don't exist. Mainstream science and everything else, everybody's like, oh, they're not there. Yet one of the states in the union says you can't shoot them or you go to prison. You can't even hunt them.
You can't harass them in any way.
I mean, if somebody's hunting me, I'm going to take that as harassment. You know, if you're sitting in a deer blind waiting for me to walk by so you can shoot me, you're harassing me.
And it also says that in the event of the slaying or capture of said creature, any and all money, proceeds, and revenue shall be donated to a state college for future studies and or the protection of said creatures.
Yep.
So.
I got you, dude.
That $100,000 fine, that's just crazy.
So we got Sid's dad popped in. Dad on YouTube. Got you, dude. I don't know what that baguettes. I don't know.
Drag it across the state line.
I don't think you missed much. That common. If you live in Washington State or any of the bordering states, do not shoot a Sasquatch. Smoking, yeah. I mean, if you get into researching Sasquatch, some of the people on here are like, but some of them aren't. Some of them you're like, okay, man, you're like, go Bob Gillum. Bob Gillum. Anybody know the guy I'm talking about? Hold on, I'd be right back. Not gonna be able to see the chat for a second. I gotta do this because I used to like make fun of Sasquatch like you would not believe. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Somebody would have killed one of those by now. And then you got this guy who's like a scientist, and this is just like a hobbyist and a full-time job. And if y'all get addicted to this guy's videos, it's not my fault. He has one of those voices and way of speaking and stuff that draws you into the story. What is
Sasquatch said you did TV.
a little bit. Nobody was live till I went live. Now there's 7 people live. Oh, hey. Come on, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. My computer is so super fast. This guy's channel. That like this dude. If you have doubts about the possibility of the existence of Sasquatch, watch this guy's watch the last 2 years worth of videos from this dude.
Is it this guy? He's a psychologist.
No, I got it. It's Bob Gillum. It's not that Bob Gillum, a different Bob Gillum. But anyway.
But that psychologist dude, he's one of the pushers of Sasquatch.
Sasquatch out there, yeah. I checked, when you go to the thing, it pops up and it tells you all this stuff and everything. And I checked all my subscriptions. And I was like, because the one I already went to their live stream and they were like aggravating me because it was like, wee. I was like, I'm done with you. That's not what I come over to listen to. He's like, wee. I was like,
inappropriate.
Shut up, dude.
Thanks.
But anyway, he's just got a really good stream. But tonight he was crying, so I was done. Yeah, I saw that. That was abuse. So I was watching it on there because I was like, yeah, well, pinky toes. I feel like there's a ninja behind me. Stop. I have a weapon. If I get to it faster than me, but it's still there. Anyway, we got like miles and miles of stupid laws, but has anybody in the chat, while not doing anything harassing or threatening, witnessed a Sasquatch, a Yeti, swamp squatch, Bigfoot, big feets, little foots, little feetses?
There's actually family groups, at least 2 family groups in Over by the Cascades, apparently.
Yep, not going back up there. I spent a year, every 20 or 30 minutes, I would search for Bigfoot video, Bigfoot video, Bigfoot video, Bigfoot video. And these little clips would pop up. They were getting all these hits. And you'd watch it, and then the clip would disappear. And, oh, there's no proof out there. Yeah, there's not any proof that stays up for very long. There's one guy, these construction crews that are putting in the transmission lines. This dude, about 8 foot tall, starts yelling at him from the trees. They couldn't understand what he was saying. They figured he was drunk. It was in the fog. Next thing you know, the dude's ripping trees up out of the ground that are 30 foot tall and 3 foot around at the base and throwing them at him. Not dead trees. That clip didn't stay up long either. See, that's what I was going to tie this into the whole Broad Squad thing, but she told me not to, because I'm pretty sure that those 4 people just took a bath in there. No offense, Sasquatch, but y'all's females are dumber than rocks. Probably better looking with her fur on too. Ah, 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 ah. Oh,
So
that was hate speech.
Marble Mountain Bigfoot is supposed to be that's where they found the whole pile of the brush and the trees, and then he was walking on the whatever you call that.
Yeah. Well, the one dude, he showed pictures of a pile of brush like that had like little holes in it. That's for you. And but there was clothes laying around and stuff. But that's on that one guy that does the so many missing people or whatever. There's like a lot of people that go missing and they're never found. Like literally never, ever, 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 ever found. Okay, there's many people go in these national forests and kick around. Somebody is going to find a dead body, unless there ain't no dead body to find.
There's several people that believe the Marble Mountain one.
Well, the problem there, Sasquatch, is a lot of our females are too smart, and that runs into trouble. So, gotta be a balance. Maybe you should look for a Yeti or mountain gorilla. I think most of the mountain gorillas are probably smarter than our elected officials anyway. So, sorry, give me the itch so softly. It's the bad people on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Give him the look. Look at the camera and give him the look. Give him the mean look. She could turn you to stone right now. She's being so kind to you. Small loss on your front. AC 103. Date a bad guy. Gentlemen, an important, very, very, very important thing that you should know about domestic servitude. I mean, helping around the house. If you decide to do some laundry up and you have like a piece of burlap that you think, I'll wash that with the sheets, don't do it. Do you hear me? Do not put your burlap in the washing machine with the black cotton sheet, because you will have a black sheet covered in burlap fuzz. I read about it in an article on the newspaper today. It was very bad, and it was a mess to clean up for that poor man. So don't do that. Okay. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. Yeah. Funny, Dad. Oh, I'm supposed to like say and read people's comments when I laugh at them and talk at them. That way people listening after the stream, after when they're driving, like these shouldn't be, can like know what's going on. Did y'all see where that guy's going to go to prison for watching porn while he was driving his truck? People are like, well, that's not fair. Dude, the guy was driving an 18-wheeler down the highway watching porno during road construction. I think he might have it coming.
Did he kill anybody?
Yes, he did.
Well, then you get in trouble.
He rear-ended a guy and drove that guy into another vehicle. And when he hit the other vehicle, that guy hit the other vehicle, his ball, or anyway, something happened with the trailer and it popped off his truck. And that trailer ran over a worker and crushed him.
Well, they should have done that in Oklahoma, because then it's only a $10,000 fine.
Yeah, if you do that, do it in Oklahoma, because it's only $10,000 fine. Seriously, Oklahoma, what is with that? Y'all put if you want to know what it's like to run over somebody, just do it in Oklahoma, because they got a price tag on it. It's $10,000.
Didn't say nothing about jail, just $10,000.
And no jail time or anything. It doesn't say, if you run over and kill one of us trying to fix this road, we're going to put you under the jail. No. You can hit one of us, man. It's only $10K. Be fine. Now, where was the other? Was Arkansas? When we got into Arkansas or Tennessee, where it said $10,000 fine and jail.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll drive around the guys in the vests. Deal. Oh, 6'6", 300 pounds. Oh, yes, that is exactly the way it happens. I can tell you that. Hey, Rachel Knight. How's that boy doing? Talk about big features. You climbing curtains yet? I didn't know she was I not paying close? Was she stabbing me in the back of the head again? Oh.
I was giving you looks when you were telling me to give them looks.
Oh. Always having awesome. Anyway, anybody from Oklahoma or Tennessee that can explain to us about the whaling thing, we would appreciate it. It is unlawful to go whaling from any public roadway in Oklahoma. It is, however, lawful in the state of Tennessee to go whaling from the back of a moving vehicle on a public roadway.
No, this is the best one, though. Dogs must have a permit signed by the mayor. The dog has to have a permit in order to congregate in groups of 3 or more on private property.
And that's where?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay, trying. And if is Danny or Dana in here? Not Dana, but like Dana Bitty Boo.
No.
Bitty Boo. Anyway, anybody from Oklahoma? Explain to me how the dog is supposed to get woof 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 woof, Mr. Mayor. Woof woof woof. What's that one? Which thing was that? Animals will not.
Whaling is illegal. That's all this one says is
Yeah,
whaling
what
is
is it?
illegal.
Animals will not mate on Sundays. Okay. Or within 1,500 foot of a public building. Within 1,500 foot of a public building.
And it's also a crime to share your Netflix password in Tennessee. It's illegal to use a lasso to catch a fish in Tennessee.
Brother, if you can lasso a fish, I think you should be allowed. Just saying.
You can't shoot any game other than whales from a moving automobile.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Which says you can shoot at whales from the back of your truck, or yeah, from the back of your truck in Tennessee. You have whales in Tennessee? Or is this some kind of new paintball game that you play with the ladies? I'm just asking.
And I don't know, we've seen like 10 states that have a law that says if two trains meet each other, they both must stop and cannot proceed till the other one does.
They shall not proceed till the other one passes. What? Well, I have to close some windows if I'm freezing up. I'm not going to go into this. I was going to read y'all a story, and she come up with this, which is way better.
This is a good law in Vermont. It's illegal to deny the existence of God. But it's also illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole there.
Just out of curiosity, why would you tie a giraffe to a telephone pole? The train law is a real law. So how does it work, Tryon? Yeah, that's in here too. It's against the law to dye chickens and bunnies and sell them. Oh, not going to go off on a tangent or anything, but there's that whole thing where people can be civilly liable if somebody steals their gun and goes and commits a crime with it. Why should somebody be civilly liable because somebody breaks into their house and steals their gun? Yeah, if you got it laying in the back of your truck or, you got it, whatever. If it's not, if it's not in your house behind locked doors, but if you pass my front door to get to my gun and then leave with my gun, that's on you. That's not on me. But apparently it is on me. That's stupid. I mean, I shouldn't have to put my stuff in the gun safe. I mean, it's prudent to do so, but shouldn't have to.
And all the internationals, nearly everywhere, you have to have a license to have a TV.
Yeah, you got it. What?
It's the British broadcast, not free.
Yeah. Hey,
Whatever.
do you have to like pay for a license to have a TV where you're at?
In Arkansas, the river can be no higher than to the Main Street Bridge in Little Rock.
Yeah. The Arkansas River is not allowed to flood. It's against the law. So there you go. Move to
Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs.
why don't you keep alligators bathtub anyway? Open it against law to keep catfish in there.
A man can legally beat his wife, but not more than once a month. It is illegal to kill any living creature.
Where's that one?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. But they have deer season. It's,
The law provides that school teachers who bob their hair will not get a raise. So don't do the chicken butt.
no. You did the chicken butt haircut. You're not going to get a raise, Mrs. May. That's just the way it is. You can pick it all you want to, but it's state law. I've been spending a lot of time on Google Earth in Arkansas. There is one chunk of dirt that is most intriguing.
Transmissions in his butt.
Whose transmissions in their bathtub?
Trying.
Okay, trying that. Dude, whatever. I mean, decorate the way you feel, brother. That's not fair. Did y'all see where meth heads are like using wasp spray? You can do it twice, but usually the third time's going to kill you. Why would you? Who did that once to figure it out?
Brian said there's no room for the gator if there's transmissions in the bathtub.
Keep the gator and make sure that if you're living in Florida or anywhere where there might be an alligator, that your policy specifically states that it covers damage done by alligators.
You want to hear some gun laws from somewhere else? Give me a state.
Yeah,
We can do international.
international. That's the missus. She's keeping me alive because I was going to be on come on here and be ugly. She's already had to strike me twice. So, um, Now, Chipper 66 just announced that he is sponsoring a meet and greet September the 21st at the National Squirrel Cook-Off. That's what I read. Isn't that what you read?
You had to talk Texan.
He says, don't forget the National Squirrel Cook-Off, September the 21st this year. Y'all come. That is an open invitation from Chipper 66 to come meet him at the National Squirrel Cook-Off, September the 21st. That's what that says. Oh, well, you typed it in the public forum, dude. So now I'm not invited? Chipper, is that what you're saying? Just Aid? Aid's the only one. Aid, you can go to Chipper's house. I can't go. I don't know what me and it was that whole spilling coffee in your floor, wasn't it? You're still upset about the coffee maker. Exactly. Cool. Where are you getting all the squirrels at?
Are these people going to Area 50?
I ain't going to Area 50. That's the dumbest stuff ever.
But yeah, we're going to talk about Sasquatches and whaling and everything else.
I mean, yeah, but they got some weird stuff going on at Area 51. Okay, they got like really cool anti-gravity space balloons and stuff, but getting in a big group of people and charging through a sign that says restricted area, lethal force, whatever, it's kind of stupid. The sign says we can shoot you. It's the desert. They don't have to clean up the bodies. I mean, it's like,
all you do is withhold water, you'll die.
if my military does not tear gas the crap out of them people before they ever get to the gate, I want a new army. If we knew everything that our military did, the world would know everything our military did. We would all die. Pretty much, Texas Sun will be. There'll be a bunch of snipers back up on the hill. Go, man, they're not even going to let them get in range. And then over the mic, there'll be one guy goes, I have a 50 cal. Damn it. He gets to make the shot. Could I impose upon you for a cup of coffee or to be allowed to pass?
I don't want you dying.
Pass by.
Oh! I thought you wanted me to kill you.
No. Not particularly.
That's what you said.
Ma'am, be okay if I got up and get me a cup of coffee? I'll get you one while I'm in there.
I'm going to get coffee.
Okay. This is cold and icky.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Is the Air Force who guards it? They don't have any like super soldiers, no Marines or Army Rangers or like MPs or nothing. Well, I guess the Air Force had MPs too. Yeah. She's giving me the look off camera. Thank you for the coffee. But it looked like you were trying to touch me with the cup. I have trust issues.
Yep.
I think the whole Walcott project, I think the whole thing is a giant experiment, either to give the aliens humans in mass or to call the masses. There ain't that many people going to show up there 51 to rush it. And if they do, I really hope they're leftists and they can eat all of them they want. They're going to get indigestion. You can only eat so much bologna. Hey, LS. I got the missus on camera now. It's your turn. I'm going to get you on camera next. Savoy. Savoy. I don't know how you say that.
Sabo.
Sabo. Plugging holes with Sabo. There we go. H-neck. That's. I wonder if Owie would eat termites. Listen. Negatory morning glory. I like that.
All you have to do is go get a Halloween kids mask thingy and you're fine.
That's ninja. A ninja mask.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah. My dog went out and found something black to put all over her face. I don't know what it is, but it stained her fur.
I was trying to go tactical, I told you.
Tactical. Just getting her some camo. Trying to go gray dog on me. It would take 100,000 troops to get into that place. They're, if it's even a real thing, which it's probably, I mean, it's not, I mean, there's not going to be a flash mob like that show up and actually do what they're saying they're going to do. I mean, that's, I'm not giving that Area 51 thing any of my time, because if it is anything, it is meant to be a distraction from something else. I'm more interested in other things. Like, why the remnants of one of the greatest superpowers ever would let a little pea in any country take two of their ships by force and not level their capital. So the fact that they're not doing anything tells me that I'm not buying into that whole Strait of whatever thing either. It's as much bullcrap as the whole Area 51 thing is.
to Sasquatch.
Do I? Huh? Oh. She said she will consider returning momentarily. She's taking a break from fame. I hadn't heard about that, Rachel. Now, do you like your queso just cheese and peppers and stuff, or do you like queso with meat in it? You stay out of this discussion. This is between grown men. Do you like meat queso or plain queso?
I like meat.
Sasquatch.
Oh, you said meat, not me.
Yeah, meat, not meat, not your queso. Yes, just both of them. There are people out there that don't believe that ground beef or sausage belong in queso, and they're wrong. That's like saying that chicken doesn't belong in a taco, or that tomatoes don't belong on a BLT, or turkey bacon is bacon. Just not true. You like your guest quest with quest in it?
Oh,
Plain
really
white?
hard.
What did Billy Bird say? Hey, what? Now, Billy Bird, you need to go back and be careful, because if you shoot the Sasquatch and cut him up into steaks in Washington State, you will do 10 years plus pay a $100,000 fine, because it is a felony to harass unknown humanoids in that state. Yeah, hey, Guns, I responded to your deal, but didn't say your name, actually. See, and they say that we're like monkeys or whatever, apes. But if we're so closely related to apes, then how come they don't farm apes for transplant? How come how come it's easier to put baboon body parts, which isn't even a real monkey, uh, and pig parts in humans and make it stick than it is for ape parts? I'm just asking.
Well, Sasquatch sightings, there's been thousands of them. They have sightings even back to 1793.
It's part of Native American culture all the way back to the beginning. Even the dadgummit Inuits have they don't call it They don't call it Sasquatch, they call it something else. But they have him on their totem pole. They also have that big giant bird on there too.
Lots of sightings lately around Fresno County, California. In 1924, a group of miners at Mount St. Helens. In 1924, a guy was kidnapped for 6 days by Sasquatch.
Yep.
Happened in 1924, but he didn't report it to 1957. People would think he was crazy.
An Air Force captain on a hunting trip shot one. That it was a juvenile with two other juveniles, and the way he tells the story and stuff, that's the only reason he was able. And it wasn't he didn't shoot it on purpose. He actually, it was an axe. He got lucky. But anyway, Bob Gillam's stuff is amazing. Just go check that out. There was a thing on here. West Wind. You said the natives in the Northwest say he is the protector of the mountain. J.R.R. Tolkien, in his books, wrote of the wild men. I do not to this day understand why they left that out of the movie, because it explained a whole lot. It's how they were able to get from point A to point B as quickly as they did and get there and save yada yada yada. If you read the books, don't watch the movie and go, okay, I understand J.R.R. Tolkien now. You don't. You have to read the book to understand it, or books rather, and there are a lot of them. But the wild men, not wildlings, but the wild men were large, strong. They could speak the common tongue, but it was hard to understand them because their voices were so gruff and deep. But they refused to be a part of other men's stupidities and wars. Would you let her out?
Yeah.
She goes, if the way you know the dog wants out, she walks over and she looks at the hinge. She knows where the door bends, and she wants the door to bend. So she goes and looks at the hinge until it works. She's weird. No, I haven't ate. I didn't know I had any. Wait, Wendigos aren't like Sasquatches. I really like Tolkien stuff. uh, and the author of that, she rushed herself too much. And I think had she have not seen the end before she started writing the novels, I think she could have created a world equally as fascinating as that of J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle Earth. And that's Anne McCaffrey, or in her Pern series or whatever. I'm not really that keen on a lot of her other stuff, but her Pern novels are really, really good. Even like the flashback ones and stuff are really good. All right, Sebo, where are you going? Like it's in my business. I he did say earlier. Anyway, I have not got to go fishing. I'm going to go fishing early part of this coming week. Me and the grandson are going to go, and if he bails on me this time, going by myself. We're going to go right in the middle of the heat wave because nobody else will be there. That would be messed up, actually. The where I want to go fishing, Tibor, there are gar there too. I actually I hooked a big gar there. Boy, been 15, 20 years ago, and it shredded my reel. It took line so fast that it burned up the drag. I mean, it spun it backwards so fast it locked up my reel.
Here's where they've caught one in Russia.
It's super believable. And I go up to the cage, get a better look. Uh huh. Yeah, I'm not buying the Russian Sasquatch. I'm just saying.
Russians have him in a cage.
All right, Sasquatch. Hey, by the way, they have one of your Russian cousins in a cage in Russia. They're poking him with his stick and stuff. What lady says you have to go? All right, Guns, have a good night. Anybody got any other more? And if y'all are finna jump over onto a really cool live stream, y'all should tell me. I always miss out on everybody's cool live streams. Because I'm over here with like doing lame live streams. Nope, don't see nothing. Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh, well, there's that one guy, but he aggravates the snot out of me anymore, so I don't go over there anymore.
So there's meth squirrels and meth gators.
Meth squirrels and meth gators, yes. Okay. Hey, killdeer. Anyway. I think that Bob Gillen may be onto something with the Sasquatch having the ability to do that thing the tigers do. Y'all know about that, Dave. I'll tell y'all something y'all didn't know. Tigers have the ability to roar or growl or whatever they call it in a frequency and at such a loud volume that it actually causes a overwhelming fear response in their prey and can the tiger's roar has the ability to cause paralyzing fear in its prey. So people talk about how fast a tiger moves or whatever. It's because when the tiger roars and is fixing to jump, you're literally frozen and you can't move, but it can, but you're trying to move. You don't realize you're frozen. That's something that they've proven that tigers can do. And they do it on instinct. Now imagine an animal or a humanoid, a hairy human. Sorry about that, Sasquatch. That is in possession of his frontal lobe, has the ability to think and plan and communicate and understand, right from wrong and yada da 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 da. That has the ability to literally, with his voice, project into those people trying to find him such an overwhelming and oppressive fear that it causes that person to freeze. The person doesn't realize they've frozen, but the person freezes anyway. So you're walking through the bushes and you're coming up on a Bigfoot. You're fixing to catch a Bigfoot family having a picnic. Okay. Next thing you know, you're scared to death. You think it's the passing thing, you're scared, and then you're still walking or whatever. But you may have froze for 10 or 15 seconds. You may not have moved for 10 or 15 seconds. 10 or 15 seconds is a lot of time for something that can cover a lot of ground in the woods. So you freeze, they grab their picnic basket, and they're gone before you're able to take your next step. You never see them. That explains a lot about why there's so few sightings, and all the sightings are from such a distance, and all the sightings are from behind. because they saw the Bigfoot before the Bigfoot saw them. And the Bigfoot thinks it's at a safe distance. You know, you got something that understands 500 yards, 500 or 600 yards as opposed to 150 yards. That's intelligent. Something that understands rifle range, that's intelligent. How big was the black snake? Walcott, seriously, I mean, go to Bob. I'll put a link up in the chat. Scroll up, find it, and whatever. But it's Bob Gillum. He does. I mean, that's what he does is put out videos about Bigfoot, and yeah, I used to be on the fence. Now I'm like, man, this makes all the sense in the world. I mean, I believe in him now. I mean, I'm just always I was like. There's so many hoaxes that there's so many people doing stuff to try to prove them, like the Russian video. Which I really hope that's a joke. There you go, Billy Bird. We'll make this challenge. Everybody do a video and tell their favorite Sasquatch story. And that's anybody in here. 6 foot. That's pretty cool. Good. Has a really, really cool Bigfoot story. I'll send you a link. Woo! Y'all don't have Bigfoots. Well, y'all don't cut down all y'all's trees. That's swamp.
There's even been Bigfoot sightings in Texas.
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that. We got people smoking dope around here too, I guess.
Since she don't buy the Bigfoot thing, she's gonna get carried away by him. She's gonna be all like, she's gonna be.
As long as they don't make me do the chopping of the wood, they can carry me away.
What about me? You know, they make you have babies.
They can't make me have babies. Oh. I'm already old.
Well, cool as that, because I mean it's gonna get hot up around New York. Yeah, nobody die in New York and up in there because that would be uncool. She doesn't believe in Bigfoots. Oh, big pizzas. What's Ugo's? I missed something. If you were typing earlier, West Wind, I missed it. Oh, UFOs. Is that coming? That's something else I got to find out about. We're not going to get all started on UFO sightings when she's getting this close. There's no. Yeah, like why they have to pass a law that says you should have to show your ID to vote when that's been the rules and regulations since the beginning. You know, you either had to have somebody vouch for you or they had to know you or whatever to vote. You can just like bring in a bunch of people off a boat or across a river and get them to vote in an election. Like, it's hey, oh sorry, baby. That's something I'm gonna argue with you on that one. H Nixon, I know that was funny though. Ow. Yugos were probably one of the best thought out vehicles ideas ever. Everybody's like, oh, they're only blah blah, and then the engine give up. The engine replacement is something you could do in half a day in your own garage for nearly nothing. The engines were consumable. They were designed to keep people at work. Replacement engine for a Yugo costs nearly nothing. And you take the core in, keep your car going. The only reason Yugos failed is because we were finally able to, through sanctions and everything like that, break the block, which put a lot of people out of work.
We stayed at Sasquatch's
Yeah, we stayed at a Sasquatch's.
in Tennessee.
They have
That one I
really,
believe in.
they have really nice accommodations inside their little hobbit hole things. Have y'all seen the videos about the tree stacking or whatever? That's another thing. I'm like, yeah, that's believable right there. Uh-huh. Because seriously, I mean, it would take 3 grown men and ropes to put those trees up there. It is 8:55.
Water the garden.
You go water the garden?
Yep. Before it gets dark.
Thank you, ma'am. Did you want to take your side on? Don't get bit by a snake.
I'll bite him back.
Good okay. Well, they can't hide out back anymore. Well, I guess they could. They'd be under it. Y'all have to forgive her. She's gonna go outside and do her chores. Just don't get in trouble. Thank you for missing. That was really hard. What was that? That was a candy.
It's not as a highlighter.
Oh. Oh, you threw something big and dangerous at me.
Aww.
You could have hurt me. You could have put my eye out. I gotta watch that on the thing. That was. I had a moose. She'd got me around the forehead. I don't want to miss it. I'm glad I looked up the right time. I'm just now getting to the good part where I open my mouth and try to get something thrown at me. You can see it on there. I just saw a flash of light. I seen her arm go forward and I flinched. Anyway, uh, the bed. She was planning that because this is off my desk. I guess she been around long enough to know I'm going to talk trash. Well, she's done that. Well, she's never thrown a pocket knife at me. She's thrown a couple of fixed blades at me before. We used to argue a little bit in our younger days. That's true, Billy Bird. Excellent. She doesn't like verbal confrontations, but she does not mind a fist fight. Well, used to. She's actually like this really nice person now. So, anybody got any more insight into the food shortage or whatever? I was going to go to the grocery store today, but I didn't. So, I didn't know if anybody had gone and checked to see if there was anything missing from. I just don't think she wants to throw away a perfect good folding knife. Inside out of the heat. The furries are marching in Pittsburgh. What the hell's that about? Unless it was the shortage is caused by last year. Uh, and that's not 100% true because the stuff that's going, green beans would have started producing down in the valley. Uh, 7. They would have been harvesting stuff like that down in the Rio Grande Valley by late March. They actually run 2 crops a year. Yeah, I know what furries are, but why are there furries marching in Pittsburgh? There's a new furry movie coming out, I guess, the Cats or whatever. I saw that. I had to check it out on Drudge Report. I didn't know about it. People are freaking out because the CGI is so real, and the people actually look like cats. And what Avatar? What was that? T-boy, that's all the time now, and it's weird. On the days when it's 104 outside here, the sun is not as intense as on the days that it's 95. Me and the missus are noticing that. It's like there's days out that you go out and it's just like the sun is murder. And that you're probably right, West Wind, but did like Del Monte and the Jolly Green Giant and all them, okay, different plants and places get their foods from different, or their supplies from different whatevers. So it could be a region specific shortage because you can't harvest green beans in, I guess you could, in South Texas and drive them all the way to Washington State to process them. I mean, be hauling a lot of air. But if there was a problem, say, you know, I know when the shortages hit the Walmarts in 2008 and 2011, it was because of transportation difficulties. They didn't have any drivers. And but it's just weird that it's only certain, when the stuff that we noticed here, it's only certain things that are missing. It's not, you know, and it's the store brand stuff. But spinach was the first thing that went missing. I mean, we couldn't find, well, we settled on steamer packages, the little steam it packages in the frozen section. And there was no canned spinach. At all. Well, Del Monte, there was a little 2 rows of chopped spinach, but there was no whole leaf spinach. You know, when you go to the spinach aisle, you should be able to get whole leaf, chopped, whatever. And there should be Libby's, Del Monte, store brand, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, Del Monte was it. There was no store brand. Yet something that had never been in there before, there was just piles of it. And now the same thing, there's still no spinach. Well, not much. And there's the number of cans available on this. There's no holes at our Walmart. But where you used to have, you know, this much shelf was for this, and, you know, on down the dot, you know, it was the size of a flat, basically, of canned goods on the shelf. They have all kinds of food there, right? It's like there's 2 flats of one kind of vegetable, but then not the flat of the other kind of vegetable. I'm not going to run out and pack my credit card full or anything, but I'm not going to risk it either. So yeah, corn's history. There's not going to be enough corn to go around. So yeah, buy cornmeal, freeze it, vacuum seal it, keep it if you like cornbread, because you're not going to get any. Same thing with wheat. I don't know. Even with a hoop house, if you've got cloudy, cold days, you got to have some kind of artificial heat. Hell yeah. But you can do that with uh, what do you call it? A propane heater and a fan. You just have to keep it above freezing. This mosquito got me. The other thing I noticed, okay, remember the floods in Ware that took out all the hog farmers? Was that Nebraska? Didn't they have like a lot of hog farms and stuff get wiped out? The thing that I noticed the last time we were at Walmart, all up, and I know a lot of people don't think it's real food. The store brand Spam was non-existent. There was one flat of half a flat of regular Spam and half a flat of bacon Spam available on the shelf, and that was it. There was no, and our Walmart keeps regular Spam, bacon Spam, regular great value canned meat, great value bacon flavored canned meat. I always get the great value stuff because it tastes exactly like Spam. It's obviously made by Spam, just canned different. I mean, I can't tell any difference. Everybody talks trash about Spam. Do y'all know how to make Spam? Seriously, I mean, do you eat breakfast sausage? Seriously, do you eat breakfast sausage? It's got a better meat content than breakfast sausage does. You take a ham, a cured ham, a pork roast, grind up the ham, you grind up the pork, you add a little salt, you run it through a grinder, you put it in the can. Scrapple. I don't know what a scrapple is. night, LS. And I cooked it on the grill and it turned out okay. Let's see. You can take it out of the can and chop it up into little thin slices and eat it on crackers with cheese. You don't have to fry it. I like that. You can take it and cut it into hot dog sized pieces, which is a slice down, long ways from top to bottom. Lay it over, cut it about 5/8 of an inch the other way. Put it on the grill like you would a hot dog. You can take it. You have to have more than one can. This is actually, you need to elevate it. Don't let it set in its own greases. But then you put pineapple and cherry on top of it, just like you would a ham. And you put it in the oven and you roast it. A little bit hotter than you would like a slow roasting ham. It's pretty good. I learned a long time ago that you find ways to enjoy what you're going to eat. You don't only eat what you enjoy eating, you learn to enjoy what you are going to eat. I can enjoy turkey bacon. If turkey bacon is what I'm going to eat, then I'm going to enjoy turkey bacon. I can, while I'm eating it, enjoy celery. I won't enjoy it after. I can, while I'm eating it, enjoy a cucumber. I won't enjoy it for long after. Those are two of the gassiest vegetables on the planet. The only way you're going to catch me eating sushi, which is raw fish, the absolute best way to get a parasite. You want to catch a parasite, eat raw fish. You have a better chance of catching a parasite from eating sushi than from running out in the field and catching a wild hog and cutting a chunk off his butt and eating it right off the animal without washing your hands first. And people are like, oh, you shouldn't eat a wild pig. They could get a parasite. Well, just got back from the sushi bar. You were eating like animals that have codependent worms living in their flesh all the time. I mean, if you catch a fish, it's going to have worms. The end. That's why they give you the lemon juice to put on your sushi. The citric acid kills the parasites. But I digress. Uh, I don't dislike sushi. Raw fish tastes good. It's just it's not worth the risk of a tapeworm. It's not. I like my sushi fried. You didn't need a gun. You had to guard dogs.
Yeah.
Don't want to?
Water great.
Sushi grade fish does not have worms. Are they going to let me go in the back and grade the sushi myself or the fish myself or whatever? What? My arms broke. I can't put you. And the tick, don't you? I thought. That's what's going on. I had to do something. I hope y'all got to see her. She jumped up there for a second. She don't ever do that, huh? William fast. Nope, running like nuts. Anyways, what, when, where? Sippy Cup's not in here. Is she? And that's like northern waters and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that. But down here, man, I'm cooking my fish. It's just not, yeah. It's not happening. I'm cooking my fish. Oh, Uman, what are you doing? Slumming, huh? Yeah, I don't want to know about chicken nuggets either. Uh, I don't think I have it in me to do any more of those broilers either. The what are they called? Uh, something.
Holy God. Somebody should put it up there. They know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, the chickens that grow super duper fast. Um, I just
You're asking me questions at 9:30 at night.
yeah, my bad. Uh, Cornish cross,
Cornish.
the Cornish cross. Uh, They're just, yeah. Yeah, people eat hot dogs and bologna, but they balk at Spam or treat. I'm like, okay. People eat like salami and they balk at Spam or treat, and I'm like, okay. And treat is pretty nasty, actually. By the way, it's just like really bland bologna. It's nothing like Spam. I don't know why I keep lighting these things. Can't hardly stand smoking.
Your stream's fine.
Yeah, my stream has been fine big time. Well, I know a guy that went to a hot dog bologna place or whatever, and he hasn't eaten hot dogs or bologna since. F51. You buy them, you fill a bucket feeder up, and a water thing. And if they can eat and then literally stand up and turn around and get to the water and lay back down and drink, they will. They will never walk. Now, if you limit their food, you can prevent them from growing extra large. But if you don't limit their food or water, you can harvest them in 5 weeks. 5 to 6 weeks, you can harvest them for food. They are optimal at well, we took the one we waited till they were like 3 or 4 months old and they were tough.
Mm-hmm.
If the legs and thighs you're getting at the grocery store super cheap, and you can actually fry them and eat them. Those chickens were never allowed to walk. They had food and water in front of them all the time. They ate, drank, pooped, died. And they did it all inside of 2 months. Yeah. No, that's Mrs. S. She's camera side. So she hung out with me during the first part of the stream. We were actually talking about what the stream was about. We actually talked about, that's not clickbait. It was the topic. There's a law in the state of Washington protecting Sasquatches from being harassed. Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti,
Any kind of humanoid.
any potentially undiscovered primate, humanoid animal.
If you harass it or shoot it or anything, it's $100,000 fine and up to 10 years in jail.
And even if the Discovery Channel gives you $1 million for it, yep, they take the money away and they give it to a college.
I don't know who that person is, but that's funny.
a leg of Selma, yeah. Exactly.
Yep. No messing with Sasquatch in Washington.
There's
Anyway.
yeah, exactly, Jay. There's no more do not the way it's written, if you egg Sasquatch, that's 100 grand. If you put a burning sack of poo in front of his cave, that's 100 grand. If you get caught, you're gonna go to jail. If you shoot him, it's a felony homicide, and yeah, they run DNA, and if the DNA is a close enough match to be considered humanoid, it's murder. $51 divided by 7 is what? So 7 weeks. He was, but hold on. Justin Rhodes didn't. He was doing him in the truck though, right? That's the guy who had him in the truck, and he was pasture feeding them. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. The ones you get at the grocery store, or at McDonald's, or the fried chicken express, Chick-fil-A, any of those places. Those birds are force fed from day one. They have nothing to do but eat and drink. So they eat and they drink. I don't know, Jay, but I would imagine so. Especially if he could question whether or not it was actually an ostrich egg, and he could tell, say it was that big giant bird that everybody's saying exists up there too. There you done harassed 2 crypto critters. Yeah. And it was actually passed on April 1st. Partially as a joke, but legitimately because there was so much support for the law that it passed. There's a whole bunch of write up on the thing about that specific law. It's a real thing.
I don't know any gang signs.
She doesn't do gang signs. She's actually a very conservative woman. She doesn't do all that stuff. She has to ask me about all the really bad world things, which makes me wonder what she thinks about me. What kind of a person does my wife think I am? Yeah, see, that's a bad drinking trip right there, David. That's another reason I don't agree with marijuana don't hurt nobody. I started smoking in Houston and wound up, I don't know where. Praying about it the other day though, and I just might move to Oklahoma and start growing that stuff for medical dispensation.
No.
If I have peace about it, I can do it. If the good Lord says, you know what, if them dummies want to throw their souls and money away on that devil's weed, then take it.
Nope.
And plus, I can make a rope out of it.
Some water.
What are you doing?
I was asking if you wanted
Do
water.
not pour water on me. That's not what that's there for drinking. That's my emergency drinking bottle that I forgot was there, so I brought another one. I'm equally armed with you, ladies.
Let me help you.
If people wonder why I have trust issues, what is what about? Mm-hmm. Devil's lettuce, yeah. This is Mrs. West. This is how you get her to get on camera and talk about stupid laws with you. Thought she was gonna.
Right, killdeer.
What is it?
Video cameras everywhere now.
Yeah. Yep.
I've met Russell before. Does that count?
I didn't need to know that. 'Cause I wasn't there. Is there video?
Nope.
Damn it.
If there had been, he'd have destroyed it because I won.
Oh wait, that was right. You did tell me about that. Darn it! Thought I found a secret. I never get to see any secrets. I seen you in regular wrestling, so that usually gets pretty bloody. She doesn't fight fair, or didn't fight fair anyway.
I fight fair. The rules to fighting. Fight to win.
She's absolutely correct. I stand corrected. That's why I stand in the back and load the magazines, and she does all the rest. I was keeping her little army ribbons for a while. She found them, got rid of them. I can't even keep this stupid thing lit. Of course, sir, when are you going to come up with another, whatchamacallit, tabletop exercise? I did another whatever, but it was like seriously too dark, even for me. When I scare me, it's yeah, it's too dark. I think I can fix this. If it'll come up, I think I can click this. There. Hey, sort of. Nope. Still going to be a few seconds behind. I get that. I'll get her on camera one of these days. She's pretty as I'll get out. I don't know if anybody's still in here that's seen her in person or not. Chipper's seen her. Sasquatch has seen her.
LS.
LS has seen her. C-103's seen her. Daniel T. Trey. Bear Independent has seen her and knows the rules about the
Oh,
camera.
C-103. Yeah, he's in here.
And she's pretty, ain't she, C-103?
No.
Anyway, Bear does that thing where he goes around and talks and everything, and he was about to swing the camera around, and he realized that she was back there, and he's like, and stop. I don't know if he even put that up there. I need to go see it, if he ever put it up. Yes, Biddy, there's a ninja behind me. She's in here keeping me online because I don't want to go to jail for harassing a Sasquatch. Aha! You get in trouble for not having your shirt on, is that? Wah, ah, 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 ah. Quite a bit prettier than me, actually, Billy Bird. She's usually sitting right over there, but because I was going to get her. She read all the rules and stuff. So, oh, I got a thumbs down. No.
Wow, that was right away.
Yeah, no, I don't know who it is. Not happy person.
Ain't got nothing better to do than go troll people.
You should have words with her about that. That there's no reason anybody's woman should ever be topless at a bar. Ever. For no reason. No.
That's why you shouldn't go to the bar without your spouse, mate, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. We don't.
That way, when you drink too much, tequila don't make your clothes fall off.
There's that. Why even go to the bar without your spouse? I've never understood that. I don't even. I guess we're codependent or something. I don't know. We just. Why? I've been to the bar without you maybe 4 or 5 times in 30 years. And they were all like a total waste of my time.
She went with her friends. They didn't have very good friends then if they left her there. Just saying.
Yeah.
True, Biddy.
Hey, why you just going? Oh. I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. I'm starting to get a eyeball headache. Oh, that's the last time you know. Well, one of the last times you and me went to the bar, we went to that biker bar where the ladies were like missing their clothes. That was a long time ago. Back when I had fallen away. When there was actually a time period when I was so disgusted with mainstream Christianity that I'd given up on the reason for mainstream Christianity rather than mainstream Christianity itself. This, however, no longer the case. It's the replacement theology that's wrong, not the religion. Then I don't get that. People always talk about tequila messing them up. I can drink tequila all night long.
It just makes me friendly.
Yeah, it makes. She is a very happy tequila drunk. That is like super hot. Um, don't do not slosh her up on wine, no. And I don't understand that alcohol is alcohol, right? Uh, I don't understand that, but I'm allowed to have distilled spirits. I am allowed to consume distilled spirits around my wife. I am not, however, allowed to consume in excess of 2 cerveza around my wife because she says I get loud and overly friendly. What? Gregarious? You just use that one B word too. That boisterous. Beer makes me happy. I try. Jeez. I see Thunderbird in the list anyway. Rum was my brother's drink of choice. Mad Dog is one of the cheapest wines you can get. Mad Dog 2020. It's, I don't even think it's real wine. I think it's Kool-Aid with Everclear in it. Oh, Joe. Was it MD 2020 and Thunderbird are the two go-tos for the under the bridge folks? I'll put back a bottle or two. Or Boone's Farm apple wine. Only reason I bought that is because the girls will drink it. Ah. That's whatever I'm in church and the preacher says, he does that whole, and now saints. And he's like looking out at the congregation. I'm always looking over my shoulder trying to figure out who he's talking about. Oh. I blew that sainthood a long time ago. I hate Jaeger. What? Diagnosed for what, Jay? Oh, yeah. I need to get my diet in line. I worked on that exercise thing today. That's lame. I'm surprised the both men didn't do a video about his mead yet. We drank some of that while down there. They tested it, and it's actually got pretty decent alcohol content in it. We understand it. You can do a lot against diabetes with your diet and stuff, but this is me being concerned for your health. I caution you about buying into all these super diet. You can reverse and cure yourself of diabetes just by eating this kind of weed. It takes a lot more than just switching to some superfood. The guy don't give a damn whether you live or die. He just wants you to buy his book or his monthly subscription to a specific type of meals. That's it. Okay. Change your diet. Listen to the doctor. Stick with your doctor. You know, if the doctor's not telling you, just keep on going, blah, 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 blah. I know a guy, he maintained his, cared for his Ivory. He took care of his diabetes just with his diet. I mean, granted, but he dealt with, he had it, he was diagnosed when he was 30, and he managed it with diet all the way up to 61 or 62. That his shortcoming was alcohol. Ooh, that's rough. Good job, Killdeer. I haven't had a drink of coffee in like 2 minutes. Hold on. One the other day. Thanks for, and don't give up, David Burton. But a lot of surgeries. But thanks for bringing that up. And throw Mrs. West out there to the fishes or whatever. Uh, she had some tests done, and the doctor's talking surgery on her knees. Um, it's a simple surgery, but it's still a surgery, so keep her in your prayers. And also that the doctors are correct about the diagnosis and that it is just this simple fix. Apparently, she spent too much time on her knees looking under the bed telling me to come out and fight like a man or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know. They keep it up. I mean, I think the body can heal itself. Just, I know y'all, this is my Achilles heel, sitting here talking to y'all, drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes. This is going to be the hardest thing for me to do when I cold turkey these. Well, not cold turkey. When I quit here, like another week before I've got to lay them down. And but I'm not smoking anything like I was. If you know, now when I'm out doing stuff, I'm not constantly stopping to light a cigarette and put it in my mouth. You know, I'll go an hour, hour and a half without even thinking about a cigarette. Well, that's not true. But I can think I don't really need that cigarette and walk away. So just in the couple of weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, just reducing how much I smoke. It's like my lung function is coming up. So I quit smoking once before, And I noticed a drastic change in my lung function after 2 weeks quitting last time. I mean, like drastic. That's something I'm really hoping for. Uh, it's one of the dumbest habits you can have. Done with it. Yep. The only time I drink Coke is if there's Crown in it. That's it. And then it tastes like Dr. Pepper. So. I actually prefer Jose Collins, but or Wild Turkey and Sprite. That's so good.
I mean, I'll say, do you want a Coke? And then after you say, do you want a Coke? I have Dr. Pepper or Sprite or.
Yeah, everybody. That's like it's Texas. Coke is Coke. I mean, it could be anything. Hey, you want a Coke? Yeah, go give me a knee high. I'm gonna go give me a Coke. What kind do you want?
Yeah, what kind do you want?
I'll take a Dr. Pepper. And then people always, yes, tell me you're going to go get a Coke. Somebody say, I'll take a Pepsi. I ain't a Coke. That's just because that's funny. Yeah, pop, soda pop. I'll ask somebody, we ordered something to eat the other day. And I said, I'll take a soda. And the girl behind the counter looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Like a soda? A drink? Oh, okay. Mountain Dew was my Achilles heel for a long time. I went from Dr. Pepper to Mountain Dew. I like Big Red, but she who shall remain nameless does not like the smell of Mountain Dew or Big Red. So, drink very much Big Red around here. All right, see one thing. I'm gonna get out of here too.
I prefer unsweet tea, but whatever the revolting man's mama made, that was flipping delicious.
She had just enough. Um, you could probably get a hold of him and ask him because I don't know what she put in there for a sweetener, but it wasn't so sweet you couldn't hardly drink it. It was good. All the grandkids knew it was hers too, and they beat you right out of it. Do not get iced tea from Chicken Express. I do not want y'all judging Texas iced tea by them people's iced tea. That's sugar water. That's different. Sweet tea is dangerous. Sweet tea's got more sugar and caffeine in it than coffee ever thought about. Ah. Yeah, there's that. There's a lot of places down here you can get in, but Texas has been so Californiaized. You're walking in some places. Yeah, could I get
Oh, I hate theirs. At Chickadees, they have the most disgusting tea in the world.
Dang it, Robert. I mean, it's sugar water, dude. You could.
It's not even brown.
It's like you could spill it on a white T-shirt and it don't stain, dude. It's now JJ's. They got some good tea.
You should not be able to read through the glass of tea.
Yeah, you should not be able to read your menu through the glass of tea. It's just like there should be like a rule. Yep. They got me addicted to coffee and NA. So in your opinion, that's a little too dark.
Not as dark, but about as dark. Almost.
That's true. I've got to go get some more bourbon. Tired of not having it around the house because he's right. Bourbon and little bourbon in the coffee sure helps the guy take a nap. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's Josh. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Over 2 hours. Yeah, coming up on 2.5 hours. There you go. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all still alive, do not die. Tomorrow night around 8:30, I'll have a topic. I'm going to try to get hold of Rob and get him to join me for a chat. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. I may save this link to this. I'll just put a video out on this. This person is a twit, but anyway. Y'all stick around tomorrow night, 8:30. If you're not subscribed or a patron or whatever, is he back to doing Saturday nights on YouTube or not? Anyway, SOS Step One Survival. Best Saturday live stream there is. So, and then I go live afterwards just so we can do what we're doing right now. God bless y'all. Y'all still out. Hold on.